Hi, I'm Chris Sangster, and welcome back to the studio. Today I want to take you behind the scenes of the making of my debut single, Freeway. Freeway began its life as a simple idea on electric guitar, a progression of descending suspended seventh chords, D sharp, down to C sharp, then to F sharp major 7, and then landing on B major. After recording that into Pro Tools, I added the basic drum pattern. The drum pattern is still the one you hear on the final record, although it's different sounds at this point. I then added some percussion to that, and in the original version there was this Rhodes part as well, but that got cut pretty quickly. After that came the lyrics and melody for the first verse. They both hit me together on this one, and I quickly had the complete idea for the first verse. I knew at this point I had a cool idea centered around being a musician in LA, and although it was very bare bones at this point, I felt it was an idea worth pursuing further. Drive the Then the trouble started. The chorus. Man, oh man, I tried so many times to write a chorus for this song. I knew I had a good verse and a solid concept, so I wanted the chorus to really pay that off. But man, it was a struggle to find the right idea. Check out some of my failed attempts. But the breakthrough finally came when I hit on this new guitar pattern and coupled it with some effects from Guitar Rig. I played the full chords and then layered in tracks of the individual notes in the chords, then ran all of that through a resonator effect and a wah effect, both layered in parallel to the original sound. After that actually came an idea for the background vocals, the oohs and ahs that give a little more texture to the chorus. And the secret sauce on these is the Boards of Vermont preset on the Soundtoys effects rack. No extra credit if you know where they got that name. Ooh, whoa, ooh, whoa. Then came the synth elements for the chorus. I wanted them to have an ethereal vibe with a little bit of a retro sound. To achieve this, I used an Oberheim and a Prophet patch in Trillion for the bass, an emulation of the Yamaha DX line from UVI for the main synths, and then a bit of Mellotron choir for the last chorus. Then I got to work on the chorus lyrics and melody. It took me a while to figure out exactly what I wanted over top of the new instrumental, but I knew I wanted the vocals to more or less track the rhythm of the guitar line. I also had this idea that it would be a pretty fast delivery, and I wanted some spirit of hip hop in there, both with the delivery and the lyrical content. The lyrics to this song are all about the struggle of being an aspiring musician in LA. The verses are the reality, the tough stuff, the feelings of desperation and loneliness that accompany the journey. But the chorus is uplifting. It's all the things you tell yourself to keep going in those tough times. It's the questions you ask yourself to make sure you're on the right path. It's listening to your song on the freeway and loving it, despite no one else ever hearing it. It's knowing that the fire inside still burns hot even through all the rejection. It's knowing that this is what you're meant to do in spite of all the odds stacked against you. Once I had that vision clear in my head, the rest of the lyrics for the second verse and bridge came pretty easily. Then it was on to refining the production and recording the final vocals. The main thing I changed from a production standpoint were the drum sounds. They were a little too thin sounding in the original demos, and I wanted the drum tones to be more in line with the drums on the rest of the album. So to achieve that, I used similar samples to the other songs on the album, as well as taming down the percussion tones and adding some live hi-hat. I also added a bit of live bass to the verses to round out the sound. Although I produced this song in Pro Tools, I mostly use Logic these days, so I switched over to Logic to record and edit the final vocals, just because that's what I'm comfortable with. And then I bounced them out and brought them back into Pro Tools for mixing. One crucial element that I came up with during the recording process was the octave doubling on the chorus vocals.
Drive all night through the west side, to that bass line, hit you just right. Are you doing it? Are you still feeling it? Are you living it? Are you still bringing it? Flex and ride, beating up vibe, soft glow light in the sunshine. Are you doing it? Are you still feeling it? Bar still battling, are you still bringing it?
These were really the icing on the cake and the final thing that took the song over the top for me. It just added that golden hour sheen to the track that I needed. Although the lyrics deal with some raw and real emotions, the track sounds like that lucky day when you're driving down the 101 at golden hour and there's no traffic. You just got off work and you're cruising listening to your favorite tunes. This song is a juxtaposition of that ideal feeling and then the hard realities of being an aspiring musician in LA. The mixing process was actually pretty straightforward on this tune, as I had spent a lot of time in the production process getting the sounds that I wanted. Most of the heavy lifting was on the vocals, just getting them to sit in the right place and have enough of an edge without being overbearing and taking away from the chill vibes of the track.
Drive the freeway right under the overpass. Hollywood is made of glass. You're feeling like the one who's left behind, always running out of time. You're meaning to call your girlfriend back at home, always feeling so alone. You're all
Then it was off to mastering with the wonderful Ian Shepherd, who did an amazing job mastering the whole album. Thank you so much, Ian. Couldn't have done it without you. And that's how I created Freeway. Thanks so much for checking out this behind the scenes look. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you at the studio next time. Thanks.